I'm told that you are the first colored nurses to come to this area. I know that you are going to live up to all of the traditions of your noble profession, and people expect great things of you.
The black nurses were ordered to care for wounded German prisoners of war. There was public outrage. Army hospital rules were changed, at least in England. But most racial discrimination went unchecked.
Life in the mother country was proving to be far more challenging than they had expected as they strived to build careers. Many white patients just didn't want to be treated by black nurses.
They never prepared you for how the patients would treat you. And, they'd slap your hand away and say, don't touch me, and, your black is going to rub off.
What kind of houses you all lived in? Is it mud hut or tree houses? Is it true that black people's got tail?
How could people actually look at you without knowing you and make assumptions about you? That was so horrible.
If you complained about me being black, there's nothing I can change about it. That's who I am, a black woman who happened to be a nurse, caring for you.
Oh, thank goodness for the resilience of people like Alison who came here and stuck it out, because these workers were absolutely essential, weren't they, to the workings of the NHS at the time.
Absolutely key is that I think what the public didn't realise is that the National Health Service was failing. There was a massive take-up on the services, or for the services that it was offering, and they didn't realise there would be such a huge demand. And so the women that came across were actually propping it up because there physically weren't enough nurses.
My name is Dwayne Brown, and I work for Islington Council within our finance and resource team. I want to talk about the nurses that came here from African continent and the Caribbean. Let's remember, they uproot themselves, leaving their lives, their livelihoods back home to come to this country to sacrifice and provide that sacrifice and that important work for this country. For those reasons, not just those reasons alone, I believe and truly believe we should celebrate, share their story, honor them, and continue to honor them.
My name is Gus John. I'm a professor of education, and I am a patron of the Nubian Jack Community Trust. And one of the major projects the Trust has been involved with in the last period is acknowledging the contribution that Black health practitioners have made to delivering health services in Britain. And I trust that people would continue to support it, fund it. It should not be necessary for us as a trust to be scrambling and scratching our heads as to how we would get money to pay for that monument outside Whittington Hospital.
Patrick Vernon, a social commentator, cultural historian, co-author of 100 Great Black Britons. But also, I have worked for the NHS for a number of years. I've worked as a senior director, commissioning health services. It's fitting and proper that we have this memorial, and it'd be really great to people to get behind this memorial to acknowledge the historical contributions of black nursing in Britain.
So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, at the world famous Whittington Hospital. It's actually named Whittington Hospital in 1948, same year as the Empire Windrush arrived. Also equally important, it was the foundation of the NHS. This wonderful historical site is going to be commemorated 73 years after the NHS was founded with a statue. A statue to Windrush and Commonwealth nurses that worked here since the foundation of the NHS. And that statue, ladies and gentlemen, is going to go there. And this is the statue. This is the world famous statue, or soon to be world famous statue, in honour of Windrush and Caribbean NHS nurses that served in the NHS, not just here at the wonderful Whittington, but all around the country. The reason because it's blue, because it's a nurse's uniform. And you may notice the head of the nurse is brown because it represents the NHS Windrush and Commonwealth nurses. And you may also notice a little baby here that the nurse is suckling. That baby is the NHS. And this statue is 7 foot high and 7 foot tall because it represents the 7 decades that these wonderful nurses have been serving in the NHS. So all we want you to do is help us install this statue to these wonderful self-sacrificing nurses who until this date have not been recognised and commemorated. And we are going to do that on the 5th of July 2021, on the 73rd anniversary of the NHS. We'd love you, if you can, show your support and appreciation of these wonderful nurses by making a donation to the crowdfunding site at the ending of this video. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Dorian Wilson. I'm also a visiting professor of religion and multiculturalism, and I am appealing to you today as chair of the Nubian Jack Community Trust. The trust itself is a commemorative trust that ensures that people of African heritage or African background are commemorated and remembered for the good work that they do, such as not just their achievements, but the positive contribution that they make to British society. So they are all worthy of being remembered. It costs money, to cut to the chase. It costs money to create, to design, and to bring to fruition these plaques, these commemorative plaques, and also statues. And they are just two examples of how the Nubian Jack Community Trust brings to life, in the physical form, the history and the legacy of our people